What's going on? It's the RapNerd. I'm here today to talk about Drake's new installment for his music, or 2.0, but it's Scary Hours 3 that he added on to the back of For Older Dogs to make like a big deluxe version. And that in itself is a bit of a ploy, but I get it. Get your money, dog. Get your streams up, all of that. I understand that. But I want to talk about these little 6 tracks, and it is the day of, so this is not going to be an in-depth review of these 6 songs, more of just an overall thoughts about Drake, his career, his music, and these records, right? Why doesn't he not do this more? This is the Drake that I talk about, and I mentioned before, even with the recent, 4 a.m. to Charlotte, or whatever a.m. to Charlotte. When Drake is in this bag right here, this is where his talent shines the most from a rap standpoint, you know? And I get it, he's a pop star, he's been going after the music, and I understand all of that, right? Not diminishing any of this. But it seems like within the last, I can say 5 years maybe, because I think Scorpion dropped in 2018. It seems like from that point to now, all of his records have really just been him chasing being a pop sensation and being down with what the kids are into. To me, his music has struggled personally from an artistic standpoint, and from what a lot of people standpoint, it's been struggling artistically. And it's because the balance has been off, you know? In his recent projects, most of his albums are more on the teen bopper pop sensation, and it's lessened with these kind of records. Usually there's a pretty good balance of like having your hit records and then having niche joints for the cats that knew Drake for bars, because Drake has bars. There are bars scattered all the way throughout these 6 set of records. Like if Drake did this more and added more of this to what he's doing, I would say I would be a fan like I used to be. I'm not really, haven't been lately, because he's been lacking. I love all 6 of these records. All of them go. I'm like, this is what I want from Drake, honestly. And this is not negating the rest of the stuff. Like I can take that stuff in doses, but when the project is full of that kind of stuff, I'm kind of like, this isn't for me anymore. On the other record, I was like, he's not making music for me anymore. He's not making music for like people who want to hear this type of shit like me, which is A-okay, but just putting it out there. But these 6 songs show me that that is in him. And I really hope that when he does come back from his break, he taps into this even more. This is obviously a response to, I think, the fan backlash and people's backlash, one of them being Joe Budden. He might say that it's not, but this definitely is that. Like I can tell that he recorded all these, if not all of them, most of these records after the reception, because you know he got a line in there about Joe, like opinions from ex-musicians and every Black American reminding me of what my mom looks like. Like he's a lot of stuff in here that's clear. And even the track with J.Cole, you can tell that he wanted to do that record to get his lick back. He knows Cole kicked his ass on that one. And Cole even explaining it on Lil Yachty's platform, saying like he wasn't in that pocket of trying to go like that. That's why he went that direction, but I chose to go this direction. And I feel like this record was made out of that. Either it was made in the same session, or they went back and did it because Drake was matching Cole's bars back and forth. I mean, for them to use the same syllable for the entire rhyme scheme lets you know that they wrote this together. Like, I'm gonna write 4, you write 4. They did the Jadakiss and Styles type shit on here. Not as at all as good. Don't twist that if you heard it. But taking a page out of their book, the back and forth and using the same rhyme pattern showed that Drake and them collaborated to make this record. And that right there, full of just bars and gems of writing. Like, this is that shit that we want. Like, the older Drake fans who knew Drake since back in the day, this is the shit that we want to hear more of. Like, bar shit crazy. Even the type of beats, you know what I mean? Like these soulful boom bap beats that he just kind of tap dances over. All of it works. Like, I want more of this, bro. And again, he ain't gonna do none of that shit. I understand that there's a market for what he does, and I'm not knocking that either. If he doesn't do any more records like this, cool. I have enough of him through his discography to make my own album of Drake shit. But I still would like to hear him do this more, because he's a grown man now. You know, a lot of things have changed for him. He has a son. He's been on top for so long. He's changed his friend group, all of this stuff. I want to hear that bleed through his music. And these 6 records, I hear all of the things that he's been through recently, you know, like the song about my brother, him going and, you know, talking about his actual brother and the things that he does and where they are now. Even the last record on here that kind of had like a little bit of a pop bop to it when it was like, so I'm gonna fuck your ex, fuck my ex, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that stuff, but it's the balance of the many pockets that Drake can appeal to that make a Drake project a Drake project. And especially at the core of Drake, to me, he is a rapper's rapper. Like, I never want to hear an album that doesn't have that at the core of the project that he does, because Drake can go off. You know, For the Dogs had like, what, 2 or 3 records out of like 18 or however many that he was just rapping for real. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, and again, folks who do want to hear it, cool, not knocking it. You can like it, I get it. But personally, I want to hear the Drake that I heard when I first stumbled across him back in 08. The one that had bars, the one who was spitting, doing multiple syllable rhyming, the one that was spitting punchlines, the one that was switching up flows and doing all of these things. I want to hear that same person here. And again, he even references one of the hooks like, I can't rap like that because it ain't me anymore. I understand that. And I think that bit of criticism of him trying to respond back to people, I don't think people want to hear the old Drake from back then. It's not what we're saying. We just want to hear the rapidy rap Drake because that's still in you. We know that's still in Drake. When he does these, you know, timestamp records, we already know bars, you know? So that's just all people want to hear. And I feel like this is him directly responding to that criticism to let folks know, like, this is still in me. And he might say it's not, but there's no other reason why you would release 6 more records after you just dropped one of the highest selling hip hop album of the year. You know, you're Drake, you're on top. So anyway, I enjoy these 6 records. I want to hear more of this from him. I want to start hearing his albums expand to the point where most of the records sound like this, and he has a few other little joints in there. So I enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what your favorite track was. Mine, of course, is the one with Cole. Bars heavy as usual. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.